We are very proud to be part of the Networks of Inquiry and Indigenous Education. It actually started 20 years ago, and it's based on a really simple model that teamwork is important, that we leave our formal roles at the door, that schools are invited on an annual basis, it's voluntary, and that we engage in an annual cycle of inquiry focused on changing the learning experiences and outcomes for our kids. We're all committed to equality and equity, and we share 3 big goals. The first one is that every learner will cross the stage with dignity, purpose, and options, that every learner, young learner and adult learner, will leave our settings more curious than we arrived, and that all of us will learn more about Indigenous ways of knowing, and together we'll eliminate racism in our schools.
The work made so much sense to me because it invited teams of people together to focus on the learning needs of the students they worked with. And the exciting part about that as well is that Indigenous ways of knowing and Indigenous knowledge was always a key piece to the work.
We were dedicated to doing things that were more intellectually engaging and socially responsible for young people, and we hoped that adults would enjoy learning in the same way. Some people talk about that as being symmetry, when we as adults are learning and struggling with issues in the same way that we want young people to do.
Indigenous ways of learning is all in relationship to one another. We learn from each other, and we learn from our environment and from place, and this inquiry work that we're involved in is a reflection of that. We're building relationships that trust together to be honest with each other and really figure out what the learners need and what we need to do about it to support them.
You know, when you create something as a community of equals and peers, which is how the network operates, to see it feel more like it's moving through the world in a really good place, making a better province, a better territory, and a better Canada, particularly around Indigenous education, is just so life-satisfying. Being selected to win the Cmolik Prize is a huge honor.
And to be recognized for the work of the literally hundreds of teachers, principals, cultural support workers around BC who are part of this prize.
There's a huge team that have been doing this thoughtful, smart work for many, many years. They come together, they learn from each other, learn from community, and they're committed to the work. So this public acknowledgement of that long-term commitment to the important work is just very heartwarming and very, very exciting, and we're very grateful.